Hey, I wanted to address this question about whether the COVID-19 situation, the global health pandemic, might constitute an exception to the 1 year filing deadline for asylum as an extraordinary circumstance. I'm skeptical. I don't think you're going to have much luck with that argument. Maybe if it's something that you add on to other reasons, other things that could constitute an extraordinary circumstance, that when considered cumulatively under the totality of the circumstances, the asylum officer might say, okay, yeah, you're right. It's not reasonable to expect the person to have filed for asylum given everything that was going on. But definitely by itself, unless you can point to some very specific things about the person's unique circumstances and why this global pandemic made it really, really hard for them to get things done, then it's going to be tough. And one of the reasons is that USCIS is saying now that during the pandemic, you can submit things with like a copied signature, such that people can print something, sign it, and scan it and send it a PDF, and you can submit that. And things are being done by video conference, so it's kind of hard to argue, well, we just they couldn't find a lawyer, they couldn't work with their lawyer, or they couldn't ask other people for evidence. As a former asylum officer, I'm just trying to think of what the mentality would be when considering this argument. And I can just imagine my former colleagues, a lot of people saying, well, you're able to get things done. You're able to go about a lot of daily activities during the pandemic. Why couldn't you get this done using all of the tools of modern technology that we have available? So if it's really the only argument that you have, I think that any asylum seeker would be wise to carefully consider whether they even want to apply for asylum under this circumstance, if that's their only argument for trying to get around the 1 year filing deadline.